So 25 years ago, I started keeping a little piece of wood from every one of the houses we lived in that we owned. I didn't do it for the apartments. All of the columns on this piece are from homes where we've either lived or loved. So you've got Bear Lake and Aspen Grove and Hana, Hawaii, and Plano, which is Glendon, Latakia, and Quellway, where we raised our kids in Maryland. Alvera and Hoover. Alvera is here in Salt Lake, and then we moved to Alabama for 3 years, and then back to Salt Lake. We live on Lordell. The Salt Lake Temple is special meaning because that's where Liz and I got married. Anyway, along the way, I always wanted to make a segmented Bloodwood, maple, and walnut bowl. So I designed this bowl. It's not really touching at the bottom. You can't really tell that well, but it's just kind of off the bottom. And I don't know, looks sort of like the Coliseum or something. But I really improved my skills on the lathe and had a lot of fun doing this too. So I don't even know what to call it. It's a segmented bowl, multiple woods, 180 pieces in there, stood up by a bunch of columns made from wood where we've lived all over the United States. Long title. So here it is, the first row of segmented bowl turning I've ever done. It's held together by rubber bands, and it looks pretty good. I built this jig that I saw online, and I bought these awesome magnets that attach to the table. It's stable. And then I did another one and used my plans that I'd drawn up. Off we go. Okay, I've done my first 4 layers, ready for gluing, and they look pretty good. There's a few little gaps I'm going to have to sand. I think I'll just do half of it and then sand it and then do the other half. These are all the first roughed out pieces of wood from trees in most of the houses where we lived. I know I'm crazy, I've been saving them. I missed 1 or 2, but I called up friends in those cities and said, hey, will you go find a branch off the ground and send it to me? So I cut them all to roughly the same length, and I'm gonna try my best to turn them on the lathe and put them in a part of this segmented bowl. And I built this sled, and I'm all ready to go with that part of it. And I got a lot of the other stuff ready over here. Made plans, drew out plans for the bowl, and I've already cut a few of the rings ready to cut them down to the segments. Well, today I had another lesson in Fear the Lathe. It's already one of my least favorite tools, but finishing things up on this bowl, well, I'm about 2/3 of the way through the bowl, and holy Moses, off it came. Glad I had the full safety gear on. That's a scary deal, frankly. And the bowl looks great. It's getting there. But that thing just snapped off at the bottom.